Welcome, everybody, to another exciting episode of Two Men in a Room. It is Thursday night, and as the board says on the bottom, we're going to tune in, turn on, and drop out. All right. So, tonight, we got a ton of topics to go through. We got some of them on the board so you can see. We're trying a new experience tonight, so let me know how video is, how audio. Are you hearing an echo? Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Let me see what I could do with that. Can you hear the echo now?
Nope.
Oh, there we go. See, I'm producer here. Technically, running everything is not the easiest thing to do, but I am Anthony, the Angriest Man, and our host.
I'm Vernell. I'm not the angriest man in the world. I'm the nicest individual in Orlando. So Anthony has some great topics for us. We apologize for running a little late. We're a little behind schedule. Anthony's schedule and my schedule kind of conflict with one another, so we're gonna get it together. But we have technical difficulties here and there, so we apologize. Thank you for joining. For those that has been waiting. So Anthony, I know you have a lineup for us tonight. So what is on the agenda for tonight?
Right. Trying not to have the raccoon eyes, so I did get a decent amount of sleep. But
Well,
all
you
right, so
should have.
let's roll. Let's roll with this. It's been a crazy day today. All right, so first topic was the title of our show, Bad Girls, Bad Girls, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? So, the first one was someone who we did on the show last year. So if you paid attention to the show or went and watched the back shows, you would know. Her name was Carly Russell. She was notorious for faking her kidnapping. The story goes she was driving down the highway. She thought she saw a baby walking on the highway. So she proceeded to stop and walk back to see where the baby was. It turned out the baby was there or not there. And she got kidnapped by some guys. They threw her in a van. They drove off. She wasn't seen for a couple days, then mysteriously popped up at a 7-Eleven, I believe, or walked back to her house or something. It was such a crazy story that no one was really sure what happened. Well, there were a couple of days of searching, and then was later found out that she lied about the whole thing, and she was just hanging out at somebody else's house, just waiting for the heat to come down. So what brought her back into the news was her jail time was actually dismissed, and she only had to do some community service and pay a restitution. The restitution did, I believe, mostly cover the search and rescue efforts that were performed by the local sheriffs. It didn't quite cover any outside sources that were coming in to do any searching, so there may have been some extra units that may have come in and tried to search for her during that time. So, do you think that's a fair punishment, or do you think there
No.
should be a little something more?
Oh no. She need to be bangled. The reason why, because you had all these search and rescue people. You had people all over the world like worry about her whereabouts, and I just don't think it's fair that they dropped the jail sentence and then she paid restitution. How much is the restitution?
It was either 17,000 or 77,000. I forget what
Okay,
it was, but
that's kind of cute for her. That's cute, but that still don't give them the right to. She need to learn from this because she had, a tremendous amount of people worried about her whereabouts, and she done lied about a baby walking down a major highway, and causing panics and all this foolishness. She just needed a little bangle, you know.
well,
Eh,
whatever the restitution is, I doubt she's even going to pay it. I
right?
mean, she's probably going to get hauled back in, and maybe they'll put more time on
Is
for
she on
community
probation?
service. Most likely, yeah.
Because that's how she
I,
paid the
I don't think they give
restitution.
her community service without the probation, but
Yeah,
she
so she on
was originally
probation.
scheduled for quite a few months, I believe,
Well,
to
they should
be
have
in
let her
there.
did that so she'll think about what she did because it's not fair to the community that was, supporting her and out there looking and making phone calls, and you know, it's
But not
just a
only that,
mess.
what if something had happened or may have happened and we just didn't hear about it that went on while everybody else was searching and couldn't attend to that event?
Okay,
So,
what would happen if she do call 911 and she's serious, but nobody really gonna take her seriously because of what the stuff she just pulled.
well, it's the boy who cried wolf incident,
I
if
was like,
you
child, please, you don't get off my phone.
can you can you believe him or not?
Hey, well, we gonna see, but I mean, $17,000 is a steep cost for everything that happens. I mean, I think that's good for her because she
I
need
think it
to.
was 77 though. I think it was because it was high. Because it was a couple days of searching they were searching
Right.
for. So that'll ring
Yeah,
up
but whatever it
overtime and
is, she need to
everything.
pay it back, and she should have did some jail time, you know,
Right. It was
because
a
it's
waste
just
of cops' time.
yes, because they could have been searching and looking for other things. So other
Yeah.
bad people that's out there, then she wasting somebody's time on searching for her, and she at the next door neighbor probably, I don't even want to say it, just
Well,
bust.
it's probably very much tied to the next lovely maiden on our list. Like we said, it was a waste of cops' time. This was also a waste of the cops' time. This was Megan Hall, an officer in a small town in Tennessee, who proceeded to meet up with her fellow officers and her supervisor and have different types of relations, we'll say. We're trying to keep it family friendly here, at least in the first 6 minutes of this story, with, I believe, 5 officers and her superior. So you can look it up, Google it, Megan Hall, Tennessee, and you'll see everything on it. It made the news quite a bit when it was up, I believe, a year and a half ago. It was a little before our show started. Otherwise, we would have covered it. So why is she back in the news? Well, a lawyer was able to talk her into suing the town and the police force for basically guiding her along, or I forget what the language they used, but they basically tried to say that, well, the officers, coerced her into doing everything with them. And the town ended up just settling the lawsuit and voted with the town commission or town council to give her a judgment of $500,000. Now, after lawyer fees and everything, she's probably only getting like 250,000. But I mean, you made a disgrace of yourself. I heard her husband is still with her to this day. You made a disgrace of all those officers, and now you just got paid 200,000. So, what do you think about that story?
Okay, no one talked her into doing something she did not want to do. First of all, I just feel like it's a bunch of foolishness. And what did they do to the other officers? That's what I need to know.
A couple of them, I believe, were suspended, and the other ones, I think, quit because it was a real small town, like basically like a small Kissimmee, maybe. So
Okay.
everybody knew what was going on with everything and what was happening. So you can't really run from that.
Did the husband stay with her because of the chips she gonna be receiving? The little two hundred
No,
thousand dollars. That's
no,
why he stayed with her.
because at first the only thing that was offered was, I think, 100 grand to come to a strip club and work for a couple nights. So there really wasn't a whole lot there. She would have just taken the money anyway. The reason I think he stayed is he's just what we call a beta and has no guts to do anything and can't speak his mind and just sort of sat it out and thought this is the best I could do and couldn't do any better and just said, oh, I guess I'll just stay with her and see what happens. Like, come on, dude. Your girl sleeps with 6 other guys. Are you really gonna still stay with her?
Right, because how you gonna be able to trust her moving forward? there's no trust there anymore. No matter what job she go on, they gonna look at her like she a thought. Because she played a part in it because she did not have to. All she had to do is go turn them in.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh,
call the
let
police
me
on
see.
the police. So hey,
Let me see if I can find a photo of what they dress. They dressed her up as the librarian when they put her out there. I'm trying to see if I could get a photo compared to the photos where she was like in her uniform and everything. She didn't look anything like this. Okay, I got it. So give me a second just to share screen. Da, 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 da. That's right. I run all the stuff. Okay. Is it up there? Okay, there we go. So the first photo is what the lawyer dressed her up as. Looks like, the nice, innocent librarian in type. And the other photos are her in her uniform where she looked almost completely different. You would almost say they were sisters. So I don't know who this lawyer is. I got to look him up. But he did a fine job at pulling the wool over everyone's eyes on this one to think that she was the innocent one who got coerced by all the other officers and got the bag. Got the bag
maybe
is
he
all
just
I could
needed
say
his
on that
name to
one.
be maybe he needed his name to be known. So he had to come up with some type of scheme to get his name out there. So look like he did a pretty good job to me. But on the other hand, she like nobody need to be an officer still. No suspension. They need to be fired. Because y'all doing this within the department. So, all of is a big mess. So, how can you, it ain't no telling what else they will do or have done. So it's just a mess. They just let it go. Get rid of all of them and just
It's
start
it
fresh
was
with the department.
it was absolutely crazy
Yeah.
and just nuts to think about. And let me see if I could try to get this to the right size. No, that didn't work right there. There we go. So uh, the town's going to pay for it. The people that pay their taxes in that town should absolutely
Correct.
be throwing
Right.
every council
Right.
person out
They
and
need
get
a
a whole new
petition.
council because
Yeah, they need a petition.
they said, oh, well, the money's not going to pay it, but the insurance company is paying for it. And then your insurance premiums go up. And who pays the town's insurance premiums? Residents of the town. So, absolutely madness going on with these two. But we've got another one. We got another one in the lineup. Commissioner Regina Hill hits a little close to home because she's an Orlando city commissioner who was just charged this morning with elderly abuse, elderly extortion, and fraud. So, how the case goes is she was taking care of an older woman and duped her into signing paperwork to give her power of attorney, then proceeded to buy a home with this lady's name also on the home, take money from her bank accounts, use it to refurnish the home, use it for trips, use it to get dental work. Is what all these are all accusations, I'll say. She was booked this morning into jail, went to court, posted bond, was a 40,000 bond. So I think it's like 4,000, 10% is what you got to post to get out.
Hmm.
She is out. She says all the accusations are false, but you know, it's kind of questionable there. So what do you think of something hitting close to home with another commissioner not knowing what they're doing?
First of all, she okay, allegedly she supposedly did all this. But these people is not just gonna book her in the system if she haven't done anything. They not doing it just to be doing it. They have some type of evidence to where she messed up at because she thought she had all her ducks lined up in a row or her I's dotted and T's crossed, and now she look a mess. And I just feel like with it's just so much going on with celebrities and city commissioners and mayors and all that. It's a bunch of foolishness, right? So they didn't bang on her for no reason. They got to have something. And if indeed she did do that, treat her as if she's one of us. Not just no probation. No, because she messing up this lady, whoever this individual is. It's not fair to the other individual that she done did this to. Um, and treat her as such. Just she need to be in Bengals for a while too. If this the case, because we talking about, you know, did they say is it like how much money she done took from this individual?
They said it was over $100,000 with everything that went down.
Okay, so she need to be bangled. She need to be
Yeah,
bangled. Ain't no restitution and probation and all that. No, she need to be bangled because over a
yeah.
hundred thousand dollars, that's a lot of money. So you talking about super grand theft, first of all, in many counts because it's over $100,000. She need to go to jail because if it was one of
Definitely.
us, they would say, okay, you're going to jail, and then you're gonna turn around and be on restitution. By her being a leader in the community, she really need to pay for it. But because I caught myself going on
Well, certainly.
bestjail.com and look her up, she
Mhm.
had them bonded out or whatever. Because the picture they had up, she look a mess. You know, not
Oh,
only
yeah.
she,
There was no makeup or anything.
yeah, she look a mess, and now to find out that she is a mess. Because you behind the scene doing fraudulent activities that you have no business doing. Is you not making enough money on your job to be able to withstand your own home and all this other stuff you got going on? But
Well,
she out
here's
in
the
the community
crazy
trying to
thing.
be, huh?
Here's the crazy thing. They said her regular home that she was living in, which was in the city limits, was a total mess. And the home that she was building was actually outside the city limits. So this is it's going to get strange before we ever figure out what really happened. But it's crazy because she's taking your money. She's a city commissioner.
Right,
The city taxes pay her to be in that position. She
right.
should be looking out for District 5 in Orlando,
And she's
and she
not.
is clearly just looking out for herself. She's trying to
Correct.
get better,
That's
nicer
right.
home, everything.
That's why they need to make an example out of her and kick her to the caboose
That's
and
right.
make her pay for it.
Lead her down the garden path, as they used to say. Well, thank you, Mary Jade, for that comment.
Yeah,
We
she
can
she
lead we
needed
can lead
because
them all down the
you
path.
cannot be a leader in the community and behind the scene you doing devilish stuff. That don't match. If you're gonna be a leader, stand up and be a leader all the way. But they need to make an example out of her because she had no business doing that to no one, being in the District 5 seat or whatever she got going on in her little world.
Right. And
So
it's
it's just like now who can we trust? Now you can't really trust people these days because there's so much going on out in the world. To it's like, child, please.
right.
That's
You
why I try to stay in my own little world, my own little bubble, and do me.
Oh, no. You got to get outside the bubble. You can see all this craziness going
No,
on.
I mean, I'm saying as far
So,
as I'm outside the bubble, child. But I'm just saying, I'm like that's why I don't get into the celebrities because they're a hot mess. They got too much going on right now. And now you talking about commissioners and police officers. It's like you can't even trust nobody now. But they want
everybody's
us
getting
to do
into it.
what they say when you're not even um abiding by the laws of the land.
Well, this is 2024 and everything's going to be found out. So don't be surprised if more people come out, more
Well, I
things
ain't even
come
surprised
out.
no more. It's just the
It's
fact
crazy.
that, people look up to these individuals and, want to be like them or want to grow up to look like them and all this other stuff. And they a bunch of mess too. Just be you and, do you and, but do right by the system. They just really need to make an example out of her. They really do. Ain't no she going in the courtroom crying and going on. If they have solid evidence, make sure she go to jail.
Well, here's the crazy thing I read, and this was according to Channel 9 News. The city has no actual discipline action that they can take against her. Like, that's crazy. If that's true,
Right.
you should
Why
be
not?
able to, and I'll innocent to proven guilty. But if the facts lead to a guilty finding, they should be able to take her out, have a special election, and get a new person to be a commissioner for that district. That district and the people in that district deserve better. They deserve somebody who's supposed to be looking out for them, supposed
Right.
to have their door open for people to come to them and say, hey, listen, we need a stoplight at that intersection. We've had too many crashes here. We need, a camera on that intersection because there's too many robberies at that intersection. We need people who want to build a community and not just build their savings account and their checking account and their other books that they got. That's what we need now.
Well, if she get found guilty, I just think she just gonna go to jail and she'll be all right.
Yes, we'll get
You
another
make the
commissioner.
bed, you
Some
lie in
great
it.
people out there
Yeah, it's
who can
other
run
great
this
people
city.
that deserve her position, her chair, her seat, whatever you want to call it, and they need to make it happen because if she get allegedly she did it, and if Regina, I've seen her once, one time at some barbershop she
Okay.
came in there
Okay.
campaigning and stuff. But if she did
Mm-hmm.
it, she did it. They need to bang her. Ain't no because anybody else that spent $100,000 and they bond wouldn't have been no little 40,000. They bond probably would have been 100,000 because it's who she is. Her bond is $40,000. They know she gonna bond that because she got the money. She already taken the little elderly lady little
She's taking all
coins
that
and
money from
bought a
her.
home and all that. So she need to be. She shouldn't have had no bond. Cause what
Right.
she gonna do? Go back to work
Well,
tomorrow? I mean, what she gonna do? She need to resign.
it wasn't a violent crime, but the
It
bond should
don't
have been a
matter.
bit
She's
higher. It
she's a
should be
leader in
about
our community, violent
five
or not.
times, five times
Resign.
more than what you stole.
She'll probably resign. She'll probably resign, especially if they know they got some. If they got to have evidence, they're not just gonna bang on her for no reason.
Well, we'll see. We're gonna stay on this case. We're gonna watch it. So we've had police officers, commissioners, and now we've had one of the worst. If you believe everything they say. So let me just show you who the next culprit is. Uh, Give me a second. And that would be P. Diddler, as what he's being affectionately known on, as images are coming out of the famous Batman criminal, the Riddler.
Child, they ride and P
P.
Diddy.
Diddler.
They ride and P Diddy.
I also heard Brother Love. Suge
Yeah.
Knight was calling him Brother
They
Love.
say that they went into his one home. They say it was like all these teddy bears was everywhere.
Yes, I
Like
heard
he had,
that. Possibly
and then they
cameras
tore
in
up
the
the
teddy
ceiling and they
bears.
was tearing up the furniture, looking for evidence. But they got to have something on P Diddy in order for them to just
Well,
go and
here's the latest. They had a layout of the buildings. They knew exactly where to go, and especially in the Miami one, I heard they went straight to the surveillance room and grabbed everything, hard drives, everything, cut wires, so none of the cameras in the front were catching anybody coming in or out. They knew exactly what they were doing with this, which means they probably knew exactly what they were looking for, because
of course.
now they are checking flight manifests for all the private jets he was using. They are checking flight manifests with the public companies, thinking he may have flown people that way. And just a couple hours ago, companies are now reporting that they are sending subpoenas based on anything from Sean Combs. Everybody's out here looking. Everybody's out here looking.
So do you think Jay-Z have anything to do with this? Because his name allegedly his name was mentioned along
Okay,
with others.
so there's a video out there of Jay and Diddy at some event because they were dressed to the nines. I want to say it was 2020 or 2019, right around that time. And what they're saying is everyone was cheering and chanting along or whatever they were toasting to. And you could see Jay-Z had this very concerned look on his face
Correct.
that
Was Jay-Z in a
maybe,
pink suit, a pink and white
yes,
suit or
I
something
think
like that?
so.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's the one we're thinking of. And they're saying he may have thought somebody was wired at that event. Now I'm wondering because the Little Rod suit was only from stuff that happened in 23, maybe a little into 22. So did people know previously and were people wired and hearing what was going on at private parties and then passing that on? And then after so many years, they finally said, okay, we got enough to go in and take him. Because
Okay.
now even his ex, Young Miami, is being
Hmm.
accused of also being a drug mule for him. And the accusation is she got some stuff and brought it to him on a certain night in New York, but it turned out Diddy was actually in Virginia at the time. So it's an accusation that was thrown out there. She may have done it another time and maybe he got the wrong time. I don't know, but it seems that people in his circle were getting the goods for him and stuff. It's
Yeah,
it's a lot of
it's
craziness.
yeah, it's gonna open up, even bigger because P Diddy, um, he knew so many individuals, and he always had a party, what, 2, 3 times a year. So they got a lot of grounds to cover, and I do think that they have something in order for them to just go into his homes like that. They not playing with him, so they got some
Right.
type of evidence and a reason to do what they did. So, you know, I just feel like, wrong is wrong, right is right, celebrity or not. If you did it, you did it. But I think there's others up under him also that played a part in this, and they just all need to be exposed, because again, they celebrities. You got people looking up to them, supporting their music and whatever they got going on in their world, and here you are, you behind the scene again, doing stupid stuff that you have no business doing. No one should be drugged, just because, that's not right to the individuals, to no one. So, and I'm hoping that it all come out.
I mean, here's a crazy thing. Even Kanye West, when he saw Diddy at Rolling Loud Festival just a couple months ago, I believe it was, he walked away. He didn't even want to talk to him, didn't even want to meet him, didn't want to converse at all, conversate at all. It was when the craziest man in the world doesn't want to talk to you, there might be something going on.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I have a poem to read for this. So, are you ready for this?
I'm ready.
I wrote a little poem for Diddy. I hope this makes him a little happier, a little cheery. So it starts. Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Pack my bags and drugs. We about to leave this city. Leave my kids at home with just a snack. Cause when I get on this plane, I ain't coming back. I'm talking petty on the run, bringing all my guns, getting some throwaway phones, trying to leave Port Authority. Here comes Homeland Security, trying to get out of here. Blue lights, we don't stop. Pilot, fire those engines up. Tonight, I'ma fly till we see Antigua. Tick tock on the clock, can't get the flight off. Oh, whoops. My bad. I don't want to get hit for stealing songs or anything, but that song's I actually call Statue of Limitations. So it's the
Well,
next banger to hit the
I just
top
think,
40.
well, that he's free to go
Hopefully, it makes him
anywhere right
happy.
now. He's free to go anywhere right now, but eventually they gonna keep up with him. There's no
So
way he
is
could go.
is he in Miami still?
I don't know where he at, because I never was a Puff Daddy fan anyways. So uh I don't know where he is. I'm pretty sure he's somewhere laying low, shivering in his boots or something, because he know if he did wrong, what's gonna come out of it. Him and his friend R. Kelly might as well, be
Bunk mates.
yeah, bunk mates, boyfriends, or whatever. At least they know one another. Whatever they got
There you
going
go.
on, they might well, scoot over. R. Kelly might well scoot over and you know
There you go.
say, "Come
Well,
on in."
the commensaries will both be full, so
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nobody has
Cause
to
he
chip
going,
in.
he
Yeah,
going, so he gonna be all right. He gonna be
yeah.
comfortable. They gonna let him be comfortable. But I think R. Kelly, he's in what, state or fed prison?
I think he's in federal.
Okay, yeah, both of
I
them
think
being
he's in
federal.
federal.
They
Yeah.
they get good meals and fed anyway, so they'll be all right.
Oh, there you
They
go.
Yeah, they probably paying the kitchen extra coins to put a little seasoned salt, little Lowry, no, little paprika in their food and stuff like that to make them all right. So they'll be all right. You know,
Oh God.
they got the coins to do
Yeah.
it. So hey, they better,
Yeah. They'll be all right.
yeah, just get
He's
y'all
had a
coins
good
together,
run.
huh?
What was it? 30, 32 years. That's a good run.
That's a good run. Now
That's
all things
yeah.
must come to an end.
Yeah. The good
All
times,
things
they
must
don't
come to an
always
end.
last. So
Right, right. You done did
sorry
too many
about
people
that.
wrong. Now it's your turn. That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Time to,
Yeah.
get up, wake on up, Mister.
So
They doing this. Come on,
it's the
come
beginning of
on.
the investigation, and we will stay on this and try to keep up with it. I mean, I had a hard time keeping up with it today. It was just
Yeah, it's just
rolling
too much. 'Cause
in.
every morning is something coming
Everybody.
out. Every morning.
Yeah. It's
So,
crazy. So we'll stick with that. So the next one is something you said we would talk about tonight, so we're going to talk about it. HOAs, the
oh
good
yeah,
versus the bad. So
yeah.
I tried to write down a couple of what I thought was good and bad, and anybody in the chat, correct me if I'm wrong with this stuff, because I don't live at an HOA, so
I do.
it's not my big deal. All right, so the good is you get lawn care done. They provide lawn care in most cases, or provide you the money to do the lawn care. Um, Low disturbances. So if you have any noisy neighbors or you have parties that show up, they're usually pretty quick to shut them down and get authorities involved if need be. The bad was high fees. Um, Basically your monthly dues, and then if they hit you with an assessment or anything, it can be downright devastating depending on how much they want. And then there's a lot of rules and restrictions. Basically, you can't have certain items in your yard, you can't have certain colors on your house, you can't have,
A certain
certain fences
grass.
over certain heights, certain
Yeah,
grasses, stuff like that. So, what makes you hate the HOAs so much since you live in an HOA?
because they don't do nothing they supposed to do as far as where
Okay.
I stay at. But to what you just said, to piggyback on what you just said, I'm not gonna buy a home. You gonna tell me my door can't be red or my grass can't be this cute little green, and because I want to stand out amongst the other houses, you know, and you can't do that. All of them like basic colors. Everybody look the same, and I'm purchasing this house, so I just feel like HOA is for some people and it's not for others. You know, I don't want to stay in the HOA because I got a huge family and we know us, we loud. So, we
Mhm.
like to get crunk. So, you know, and then now they knocking at the door talking about, oh, it's too loud, turn it off, turn it, everybody got to go home, and no, then the grass got to be a certain grass and the fence can't be but so high, and it's just too much. It's just too much, for me to be buying a $200,000 house or more, and you telling me what I can and can't do. No. And then it's good in
So,
some ways because, like you say, they supposed to keep the lawn care nice, plush, and pretty, and making sure there's no violence, and making sure everything runs smooth. You know, but I think it's for whoever it fits. Certain people, it don't fit everybody, and it don't fit me. So
what would you like the HOA to do?
uh okay, okay, I'm in a building, okay? So they need to pressure wash and paint the building, upgrade the windows,
Mhm.
and focus on stuff like that. The last time I heard, they finna put a whole fountain in the lake. We do not need a fountain in the lake. This is not Lake Eola. You know, paint, pressure wash the building, you know, paint the building.
They
Let's
want to
focus
make it
on.
look nicer, you know.
Okay, but that's in the back. What about when
Mm.
people pull up? We need a cute
Oh,
painted
yeah, you
building.
should have it up front so
Yeah.
people see it. But
No,
yeah,
it's in
the
the
back.
back. It's gonna be they putting it in the lake.
Wow.
No, no, you spending the money the wrong way. The up front, baby, not in dang back. Up front. Let's
Mm.
focus on front. So when people pull up,
Okay.
oh, I love the color. I love the shutters and stuff like that. The appearance is everything.
Mm.
Then you focus on that foolishness back there. We got 1,000 ducks out there and pelicans out there right now every day. They okay. They don't need no fountain. They okay.
Okay.
They
Okay.
back
So
there
no,
doing them.
put a fountain in the front. Keep the place looking nice.
Keep it cute.
Okay.
Keep it cute. Because
Okay.
we have to use a key fob to go in and out the gate. Which is
Mhm.
that's kind of cute. But you still got somebody that'll be I can't say what I want to say, but you gonna have
Sneaking in.
somebody that could climb the wall and just all this
Mm.
other foolishness if they really wanted to. They'll wait till somebody open the gate, then they can come in. So it is what it is. They got a cute little camera system where we can see the whole entire parking lot. Something happen or whatever. So I mean, it's very very quiet, which I love. It's
Mm.
very quiet, but they need to focus on other things. So it all depends. If you're gonna go move somewhere with HOA, you really got to ask questions before you move there because
Mm.
it's not cute once you there. You know. So, and I'm just a neighbor, like, you know, respect my neighbors, say hey, how you doing? Are you okay? Stuff like that, and you just keep it
Mm.
moving. You got some that don't even speak, but to each his own. Whatever, I don't care. But I mean, I wouldn't. No, I mean, HOA ain't for everybody.
Right.
They need to make HOA like 55 plus community or something.
Well, even then, some of those seniors like to get a little rowdy.
Yeah,
So
yeah, they still enjoying
you know,
life. And let them enjoy life if that's what they want to do until they get ready to sit it on down. You know,
I
life.
mean,
Life is life, and you got to live.
yeah,
Get on
from
out there
what
and
I
take a tail feather.
saw doing research on this, your HOA's starting to look like unions. You're paying your dues, you're hoping that they're standing up for you, and in reality, they're just trying to make enough money to keep themselves going.
That's it.
And it's
That's it.
like I saw some assessments from HOAs and condos and stuff. It's like 50, 60, 70, 100. Like, how do you deal with a $60,000 bill on top of everything else? It's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
I
I
just
think you
think right now
I think you
everybody is like thinking about themselves. Everybody just thinking about themselves right about now and what they could pocket, and put in their bank account.
right. I think you could do like maybe like a neighborhood council or an apartment complex council where you have a couple different people who are living in there figuring out, things to do um
Well, they have that
for the
out here.
apartment complex and whatever.
They have that
Because
out here.
sometimes it's like, oh, let's do an event where we have everybody sing for free rent. Like, who wants to do that?
Right.
That's stupid.
Right.
You want me to entertain you like I'm a trained monkey or something being on stage so I could get free rent for a year? Like, come on, that's stupid. Put the money towards, hey, we're taking $50 off the month of December for everybody. Merry Christmas. That's a wonderful gesture. There you go. Okay.
So,
It's
okay,
just
now that
it's
you mentioned
crazy.
that, if you was a landlord,
Hmm.
would you do that for Christmas for your tenants?
If financially able to, yeah. If I had
Okay.
like 10 homes and, it was 5% above market rate and I'll be like, okay, yeah, we can cut a little on December's rent because it's
Right, for
Christmas,
Christmas. Right,
you're in between, so you spend a lot of money.
right.
So
Because they're gonna do them
it'd
go up
be a
the next
nice
year
gesture
anyways. Yeah.
because I mean, as long as the insurance isn't hitting you hard. I actually talked to a small business owner today. He told me that his insurance for his business actually doubled, literally doubled. So the insurances are going high, the taxes are going high. So if you can spare some money and not do like an event or something like that, I think giving back to the tenants is better than trying to make it look like you're doing something when you're doing nothing.
I heard your favorite store is finna close.
Wait, not Burger King, right?
I say your favorite store.
Would you? Oh, JC Penney?
Yes.
They're closing? Where?
Yeah. All they closing 600 stores, I think.
This is okay. So the problem with Pennies is what's been happening is they're closing these stores and not having enough inventory in store. They want you to order online. But when I go buy clothes, I'd like to see what the fabric is. I'd like to maybe even possibly try it on if possible, so I can understand what your size is. Sizing for one brand is different from sizing for another brand. You can't go to one store, buy this brand, then go to the next store and get that same size. Like even motorcycle helmets is the same thing. Every brand, the sizing's a little different. It fits on your head a little different. You have to go and try this stuff. If you want to succeed, I think you need the brick and mortar stores. I think you need people who still want to go and feel the fabric, see if I'm getting good quality, see if it fits me correctly. Do I need to go up a size? Do I need to go down a size? Like, you need it. If you close all the stores and try to do online, it's not going to work. It's going to send everybody to Amazon
Well,
because
first of all, I just
they get
think
better discounts on stuff.
JC Penney clothes look like they for the 60 plus community. You know, they have nothing for the kids like they used to back in the days, and for the teenagers or whatever the case may be. It just when you walk in JC Penney, it just feel old. It just feel
Hmm.
old. And then
Like a
when you walk
Sears.
past like a Sears, it just feel old, and everything getting there just look like, okay, well, this for my grandmother, my granddaddy, it give me that type of vibe. And then they tried to throw Levi in there to kind of like get those that like Levi in there. And that's not even working. And JC Penney's ain't cheap for them little old
But
fashioned looking clothes they got in there.
you can get Levi at Kohl's for the same price and even
Right.
go to the outlet and sometimes get it cheaper. So
Exactly.
if you're
So
near an
JC Penney's
outlet store, even
right.
better.
Yeah, it's just not cutting it. They need to close it down. You know?
Just I wish for better days. That's what I
Scoot to the
wish
loo, my
for.
darling. That's all I
All
need to
right.
tell JC Penney. Scoot to the loo, my darling.
We had some comments on the HOA. So some people running HOAs let the power go to their heads. That's absolutely true. That's
Child,
absolutely true. There's some
yes.
people that not just HOAs, apparently that commissioner let power go to
Okay.
her head too. So
And
that goes
apparently
for everything
the
there.
police officers as well, because I just think
Yes.
no matter what position you have, you shouldn't let the power go to your head, because it's not fair to other people, for one. And it still don't make you better than nobody because you have a certain title. You still supposed to treat everybody as such and not get over on individuals. And especially if you're in a power to be like in the commissioner and all that, you got to do right, because the law of the land. You know it. You know what
Right.
you can do and can't do. And if you right here scandaling people out of money, doing fraudulent activities allegedly, you need to go down.
It's just
You know?
it's a weird time we're living in. This is a weird
Oh yes.
timeline.
Oh yeah. You can't trust them. You
Really
can't trust
strange.
them. Yeah, you can't trust nobody. Child, please. All I
Oh,
can say
wait.
is,
This is something good. I had a landlord who reduced the rent in December for Christmas.
oh, that's cute.
Well,
But
nice.
what
See,
about
somebody in the world is
yeah.
decent. All right.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
everybody is not crazy around here. You have good individuals out in this world today, but we just right now we're seeing more bad than good right about now because of everything that's going on. You
So
know.
let me bring up a story. Talk about good individuals who know what they're doing. All right, so I'm driving home yesterday and I'm going down the road and I see a pickup truck that looks very much like a pickup truck I had. So I go past him. He comes back up. He scoots up past me, starts cutting some cars off. I was like, what? Pretty good. I know what that truck can do. So yeah, he's got the power to do it. So we get up together over by a business and we're waiting at the stoplight. And I was about to lean over and tell him, hey man, that's a great looking truck. I used to have one like it. Sure enough, this pretty woman, blonde, thin, runs up to the truck, gets into the passenger side door, front door, and says, oh, hey, I saw you waiting, so I just wanted to run up so you didn't have to stop later and pick me up. That's somebody who knows what she's doing in life. That's somebody thinking ahead. So rather than the guy having to go up, put his flashers on, cause traffic, or have to go into a parking lot and come back out of the parking lot, she thought ahead and said, he's already at the stoplight. I'm going to run up and jump at the truck now. That's people paying attention and knowing what to do in life. So there's at least one woman who knows what she's doing. And
let it go. Let it go, Anthony.
Yeah.
Just let it go. Just let it go.
I was a little jealous of his life. I was like, damn, if I had a life like that.
But that don't mean his life all peaches and cream either now. Just because she ran up to the truck. Ooh, you know.
Got good
ain't
looking
no wrong
girl,
with
got
him
a good
turning
looking
into
truck.
a parking lot. Child, please. Don't think his life all peaches and now it may be, but I'm just saying.
He saved himself a few minutes by that maneuver.
Oh, child, it's not that serious.
A few minutes.
It's not that serious, child.
It can be in certain times.
Child, let it go, Anthony. Just let it go.
Especially when we had bumper to bumper traffic there.
And if she feels she shouldn't be running, getting musky and all that before she get in the car and all that sweating and stuff.
It was fine. He had the windows down. He had music going.
No.
I was like, yeah, that's how I used to do that in my truck.
No, he finna pull over. He finna pull over and let me walk over there gracefully and let me get in. You know.
Come on. She was helping him out.
And sweating to get in the car. Child, please.
She was helping him out. Saving him some time.
Okay. And that just thrills you.
It does. Gives me hope that I could meet a woman like that thinks ahead and could save me a little time. Beautiful thing. Gives me hope.
Lord, somebody help him. That's all I can say, because this thing is a mess. That's it. You just a mess.
No. There's hope.
Okay. There's hope.
Anything, there's hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hope you find the right one, honey, because it's not easy dealing with you. So I hope there is hope somewhere out there for you.
There's hope.
Okay.
All right.
I
was gonna tease this, and I think I'm gonna stick with that because I'm gonna let you watch it, and then we'll talk about it next week. So, do you remember the show Good Times?
Why would I not remember Good Times?
Okay. They made an animated series for Netflix, and I got to see the trailer today for it. And let me just say, it's how you say it, off the chain. It is crazy. I don't know. Do you want to watch it now?
Because I'm gonna say that for next week.
Okay. All right.
I want to save it for next week.
Okay. Tune in for our take on this trailer because it is absolutely crazy. And we'll go through, we'll break it down, and we'll see what we feel about it. So stay tuned for that one. Next Thursday, 8:00 on this channel and on Rumble. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, share with your friends. We might even be doing some shorts off of this episode. We had some good moments there.
Wait, because I may be in Vegas next Thursday.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right. So we might get live remote from Vegas. Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. We'll see what happens. If not, we'll
try
to get a special host or something in.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. We'll never know what's going to happen down on this show.
That's right.
So
that's right.
Any quotes of the night?
Oh, I had a good quote, and this Regina thing that threw me for a loop. Anyways, I just make one up. You know, in life, you always want to treat people equally. You are no better than no one. Always remember that, you know, To me, I believe in reaping what you sow. So treat others as if you want to be treated, and don't do fraudulent things against others because it could easily happen to you. It happened to me. It don't feel good. So keep that in mind. We should always respect our elderly and look out for them.
Right. It is just, especially with this holiday season going on, for the Catholics, Christians. It's Good Friday tomorrow, so if you have the day off,
Yeah, we gotta work.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. Everyone have a happy and healthy Easter Sunday this Sunday. Spend
Yes.
time with your family. I heard Publix is closed, so I'm gonna have to get some food on Saturday for
I'm
Sunday.
telling you.
So that's great that everybody take some time off, enjoy, be with family. Remember the Lord Jesus Christ is risen. That is the
Amen.
reason.
Amen.
The reason for the
Amen.
season.
Yes. Amen.
And I believe Ramadan is close to ending or possibly ending, for our Muslim viewers. Hope you had a happy and safe Ramadan. We respect everybody on here. We love everybody
Of
on
course.
here.
We love everybody. We are lovable.
Everybody.
We
So
and
have
always remember, me and Anthony, we love you for free. Take care and good night.
That's right. Good night, everyone. We'll see you next Thursday for 2 Men in a Room. Tuesday, it's going to be a fun show on Angry Man. The Disney vote is here finally, and we'll go over that. So, hope to see everyone on those channels at those times. Enjoy. Be safe the holidays, and good night.
Good night.